No one was more surprised than I when the good girl raised at the height of purity culture ends up being a twice divorced single mom by age 32.
When I'm going through it like I am right now, I feel so deeply, desperately alone.
I just left Mass with my ex-husband and my baby, and I feel super.
She summed up her story in just a few words. Twice divorced at 32 and still healing. She now teaches others how to overcome emotional pain while admitting her own journey is not over. After unexpectedly seeing her second husband again, old emotions quickly came back. Let us get into it.
Like I was bad or broken or wondering what is wrong with me are the earliest self-talk memories that I have. And it's only in the last couple of years that I've realized that that may not be normal. I have vivid memories of writing in my journal everything that was wrong with me. My childhood was full of trauma, drama, abuse, just general terribleness, combined with the fact that now I know that I had ADHD, and I didn't find that out until I was 30. So I spent years masking and trying to show up to hide all the shame, blame, and guilt that I felt. I would just work harder in front of people and then just tear myself down harder when people weren't looking. And I thought I was like holding all the pieces together until my life imploded and I was handed my second set of divorce papers when I had a very small child. So now I'm a single toddler mom with 2 divorces under her belt, self-tears thinking like, what do I do now? Because everything that I had tried, all the coping mechanisms, trying to find the right one, going to therapy, being a yoga teacher, doing Reiki, like none of that stuff kept the train from running into the wall. Until I found the emotion code, and that was the missing link that put everything together for me. A way to work with energy and unlock trauma in the body. Because I didn't realize that trying to run from my emotional baggage wasn't going to work. And that even though I tried to ignore it, it was still going to sabotage me. And boy, did it ever. But I thought that I had dealt with all my stuff or knew about all my stuff, and I didn't. Because the body remembers so much more than we remember. So using the emotion code allowed me to identify the parts of me and the trauma that was still locked inside my body that was causing me to self-sabotage and have all these yucky feelings and behaviors. And now by working on it and releasing it, I'm finally able to step into that life that I really want and feel safe in my body and feel secure in my life without just waiting for the other shoe to drop or feeling like I'm just a terrible human being. This sounds like you, I'd love to help. I'm an emotion code practitioner and I help women release trauma from their bodies. All starts with a free consult call that you can schedule.
Take a closer look at what just happened. 2 failed marriages, a child caught in the middle, and emotional struggles became the foundation of her advice to others. Now she is trying to apply those same lessons to herself in real time.
Mass with my ex-husband and my baby, and I feel super triggered. My name's Jessie. I'm a divorced single mom and emotion code practitioner. Spent the last 18 months healing my emotional trauma. Still have moments like this. Typically, I like to come on here very polished with something really thought-provoking and educational to tell you. But today, I'm just going to keep it real. As I was driving to Target, I was just thinking, like, what am I going to do with these thoughts and feelings? Because I know that the yucky stuff has been activated in seeing my ex today. So I had 2 choices. I could either sit in those feelings of inadequacy and grief and loss and low self-worth, or I could remind myself that I am human. I'm going to have emotions and I can acknowledge those emotions and pass them through my body. And for the ones that I'm just not sure of, like, what is this feeling? It's a yucky feeling, but I just don't know what it is. So I can use the emotion code to help me figure out, like, what is this feeling I'm feeling? So let's do that right now. So I'm going to use muscle testing to ask my body, what is this yucky feeling that's sitting inside my heart right now? Is it in column A? No. Is it B? Yes. Is it even? No. Is it an odd row? Yes. Is it B1? No. B3, B31, B32, B33. Let's go see what B33 is. Okay, so looking at the chart, we see that it's bringing up grief. Today I'm being triggered, and grief is what my body is experiencing right now. I'm going to use the Reiki and emotion code release to swipe over the governing meridian. I can feel a little bit emotional as that left, but I did feel like I could breathe a little bit better. And so that tells me that that energy is moving, and you just have to acknowledge that emotion and let it pass through you to fully process it. During trauma, you don't get to fully process it, and so it gets stopped and it gets stuck in the body. So now that I have an idea of what emotionally is going on, I'm going to work on my thoughts. So I could sit there and be like, wow, Jessie, you really effed up. Like, look at the life that you could have had. Or I can remember that there's a reason that relationship did not work out. And I'm going to leverage the mistakes in my past to optimize the future that I want. And I'm going to knock this day out of the park. And I'm going to go do something that feels good. And right now, that's to walk around Target with a coffee. Don't waste your life being a hostage to your emotional trauma.
After seeing her former husband again, the emotions came rushing back. Instead of handling the moment in a simple way, she turned to her own healing routine and searched for answers through the system she teaches. She eventually admitted to herself that she had lost a life she once could have had. Even after all the time spent healing, the pain was still there. That raises the biggest question of all. If someone builds a career around an ongoing struggle, does fully moving on become even harder?
Today's video is going to be much different than my usual stuff for you. Typically, I like to teach from my scars and not my open, festering wounds, but this one's a little different because this is something that happens a lot when you choose to heal and when you choose growth and yourself over anything else. And I know that my clients go through this. I see them go through this, and it felt really important for you to know that I go through it too. And that this is why I refuse to let you back down. I refuse to buy your excuses and your stories because I live it too. I'm just a little bit further down the path. And I'm just up here saying, like, come on, keep going. But unfortunately, I'm not immune to it. And what I'm referring to is the bitterness that you can feel in growth. Because there's often a lot of grief, a lot of letting go, and a lot of opportunities for you to choose what you know you need to choose. But now that you're on the path of healing, you are choosing to listen to that voice instead of just ignoring it or rebelling against it. And I have spent the better part of my life rebelling against it and choosing to deny myself in the hopes of feeling worthy and feeling love and feeling safe. And it always backfires on you. So when you're in that time, and maybe you're in it right now, I just wanted to make this so that you know you're not alone. Because when I'm going through it, like I am right now, I feel so deeply, desperately alone.
She is encouraging others to move forward while openly showing that she is still struggling herself. She describes herself as someone further along the journey, but also admits she is still searching for peace. That leads to the biggest question. Was this outcome always unavoidable, or did the choices she made along the way lead her here? Share your thoughts in the comments and join the discussion.
If you don't recognize the power of our thoughts, take my toddler as your example and proof. So he takes a nap still, thank the Lord, and he always fights me over having milk. So I give him coconut milk, so it really doesn't bother me if he wants a little bit of milk to like soothe and go to sleep. But the thing is that his dad gives him almond milk. And he used to be on formula, like until very recently, he would not give up the formula. So I don't know which one he's asking for, but when I initially give him his bottle, he will say, no, not that milk, the other milk. Well, your girl doesn't have any other milk. So I was like, what am I going to do about this? I was like, we're going to use the magic of thoughts to make this work. So what I'll do is I'll take his bottle back from him, and then I will go into the kitchen and do something I need to do, like put away the dishes, just make some noise, right? So he thinks that I'm getting him different milk. And then I go back into his room, I hand him his bottle, and without fail, he'll start sipping away and he'll be like, delicious. Every single time. It is hilarious. I have to talk kind of quiet in case he hears me. But I was just like, guys, is that not the best example of the power of thinking? There was nothing different about his situation. Nothing. But he changed the way he thinks about what is in that bottle, and he's totally satisfied.
Think about how that applies to you, your business, and your healing. Nothing has to change for you to feel happy and satisfied. The only difference can be your thought, the way that you're thinking about it. Tell me in the comments if you struggle with negative thinking and self-talk, and if you want to hear more about this. If you're new here, be sure to follow for more information about emotional health, healing journeys, and the emotion code.
She used a simple story to explain her healing approach by suggesting that changing your mindset can change your experience. Now many people are questioning whether that same advice truly worked in her own life. The situation around her remained the same even as she tried to see it differently. In the end, the biggest struggle appeared to be convincing herself that everything was truly okay. Stay sharp.